Good morning, guys and gals. As you can see, I'm not in my regular garage attire. That's because today is a kind of redo video, if you will. I was afraid to do this in fear of messing it up, and I did. So that makes me a little bit more of an expert, I think. Right? Wrong? I don't know. Anyway, today we got the mullet machine. Can you see all that crap on there? Today we're going to talk about the difference, for a rookie at least, between polishers and buffers. We're also going to talk about different kind of rubbing compounds versus wax. So, in my somewhat failed attempt to wet sand and buff on this car, I mean, we got her come out pretty good. It came out pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with it overall. But it didn't come without a lot of headache and a lot of heartache in the same time. Let me save you both. For one, just know whenever you are getting this panel flat, one, you need a lot of light. You're going to need some sort of, a bright light. Because whenever you're looking at this and you're sanding, you're going to see those little imperfections, okay? You slowly take those out. You want to take them out by hand too, and you want a nice flat surface. One of them spongy pads, you know, that you sand with and all that good jazz. You're going to want one of those. Secondly, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Make sure the car is clean. You washed it. You wiped it all down. And make sure your paper's clean. That's a real important factor too. You can go 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 4,000, whatever you really prefer. I personally went with 1,500 and I think maybe 2,500, and that was it. Then there was a little bit of confusion. So I thought bullishers. That was a new tool right there I just made up. Somebody patent that and we're going to be rich. That's a mix between a polisher and a buffer. So I thought a buffer, one of these, and a polisher, one of these, were kind of the same thing. FYI, they are absolutely two different beasts. They do two different things. Yes, they do. If you're a skilled body man, you can probably do with this. If you are not a skilled body man, you're going to want this polisher. And I'm not going to even bullcrap you any. The polisher does one heck of a job. It is worth the money. Both of these come from Harbin Freight. You don't have to order the expensive stuff. Trust me, my car is actually living proof. That being said, this car is not without its imperfections, but we're working on it still. I actually noticed whenever I come out of the old Wally World that I didn't get this door quite as gooder as I thought I did. You know, and it happens. I didn't have enough. I thought I had a good enough lighting, but it was on the rack, and right there at that post is where my fatal flaw is, so to speak. So I'm going to have to get out the creeper, and my creeper actually turns into a stool over there. And like just sit down and really take my time on this bottom edge of this door and right here in the center where I couldn't get to it so good before. It happens. I'm not upset. It is what it is. This is going to take you guys some time. A lot of time. I think I have 6 hours in this quarter to get it, you know. Now granted, I am not a body guy. This is my first time buffing, polishing, and doing all that good stuff. So maybe I don't have quite 6 hours, maybe 3. At least 3. And I went over it multiple times. But I pulled some bloopers. I pulled some real rookie bloopers. First, I didn't have that polisher over there. I had the buffer. So I had 2 wheels. I did not do my due diligence. I did not study what I needed. I had this fella and this sock looking thing. To me, if you're buffing and polishing, it should work, right? Well, if you have a buffer and you don't really know what you're doing, and you have some 3M rubbing compound that has a... Okay, I didn't really know what I was doing at all because I just grabbed this and I started going. And needless to say, it did not shine like the rest of the car. Now, the rest of the car hadn't been touched yet. You're going to want to do one section at a time too. Like, you're going to want to do this quarter, this door, that fender, all, you know, not all at once. I'm saying you're going to want to do it each section itself. It's going to get overwhelming, just know it. You're going to spend 40 hours probably doing this car, unless you was a smooth operator with a gun. I am not yet. So guess what? I still have to spend more hours on it. But I did some more research and I found out that I needed a polisher. Now, in a polisher, you're going to want, well, that one has a sticky foam thingy there, but you're going to want this. This is a variable speed. And the reason why you want variable speeds is because if you have a harsh, these are all laid out too here. Let's just say you have a coarse feller. Do you want that thing to move super fast? I don't think you do, especially if you're unskilled. To me, that just seems like it's not real gooder. Not real gooder at all. I did not use all of these pads yet. Again, I'm a rookie. It is what it is. But I actually went and got different compounds as well. Now, I am not sponsored by absolutely anyone. So if I show you a product, believe me, it works. I know firsthand, okay? I love Meguiar's products. I really do. This one right here, ultra fine, and it has like 12 different steps or something. This one's going toward the old 4. I used it to bring back this quarter panel, and I was loving it. Now, it didn't bring it back to where I thought it should be. And where I thought it should be was a little poppier, a little shinier, right? That's whenever I discovered, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. So before I grabbed that rubbing compound, I did a big, stupid rookie move. Yep. What makes car paint shine? Wax, right? Again, Meguiar's, or I'm sorry, this is Mother's. This stuff right here, I believe, is the best wax. This Carnauba wax. It is unstinking real. It is, I mean, it'll make a fly slide off a hood. It can't get traction. I'm not even kidding you. But it is good stuff. So, I start waxing it with the buffer, which is absolutely horrible to do with brand new paint. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. You don't want to do that. Nonetheless, I threw my hands up in the air and I said I'm done for the night, right? After like 4 or 5 hours of just trying to get this car back to where the shiny paint is, because now it's going to look crazy down the driver's side, which is just awesome, you know. So here we go again. We start doing more internet research. We find out that we probably need a polisher, and we probably need one with multiple settings. And furthermore, there is a huge difference between wax and polish. I had no, see what that says? Pre-waxing glaze. This is the stuff you want. You can't make this stuff up. So I get it, and I drip like 5 little dots on this ultra fine pad. Now, I also used this coarse one before I used this one, because there were still some blemishes and whatnot down the doors that I wanted to get out, okay? And all you do is you take 5 small dots and you just and what you'll do is you'll work that in slowly until it's almost all the way gone. You're going to want a nice soft terry cloth Todd cloth, Mike cloth, whatever kind of cloth you want, but you want to make sure it's soft and won't scratch your paint, right? That's the goal. You're already putting little tiny scratches and swirls in it, right? Well, in theory. So you're going to want to not grab just a regular old shop towel and drag down the side of your ride, especially after you think you just butchered your paint. And you're going to think you butchered it. I'm not kidding you. But this stuff right here brought me from I'm going to have to repaint the whole car to, oh baby. Now, I'm not quite done yet, as I told you. But I also used this stuff, this mirror glaze. And this stuff here is really great. I'm pretty darn happy with it too, and it's a rubbing compound as well. In fact, you should use your compounds before you use your polish. Your polish is just what it's going to do. You can speed your thingy up over there because you're going to want to use a non-harsh one, like an ultra fine foam, something like that. You don't want super hard whenever you're doing your polishing. You don't need it. You've already done your cutting, hopefully, with the rubbing compounds, okay? Do not use wax. You don't need wax. I think they even say don't use wax on a brand new paint job for like 6 months or a year or something. Somebody can tell me, I don't really know. I thought I heard that in a movie once. It probably makes sense, you know. But anyway, I bought all of these foam pads, and do yourself a favor, please. These are color coded, just so you know. But put them back in there, just so you know. The good thing is Harbinese Freight knows its customers, and they know that they're just gonna lose these lids, or just, you know, well, I can't remember which one. Oh, that's a yellow one. I like the yellow one. So they did color code it for you. So even if you do mix it up, but if you put them in the wrong containers and you just look at the lid, you know, if you got the ultra fine and the coarse, and you see it and you go, oh, that's coarse, and it takes you 3 days to cut down a panel, well, you kind of know what happened. So you're going to want to go slow. You have to work this stuff in slowly. In fact, I'm going to be a really good sport. I brought out my polisher just for this. This is a real nice one, by the way. Harbinese Freight, I think it was like 90 bucks or something. It is what it is. I mean, if you're going to do this stuff, you kind of got to have the right tools, don't you? So I chose to paint it. I chose to sand it and really mess it up. So, you know, I also got to choose to buy the right tools there, buddy. What the frig? There it goes. But anyway, I am going to put, let's try this one out. We're going to try this guy because, like I say, we had some, do we want that? Or do we want the medium? Hey, I'm trying to talk here, bud. Over there, that weed eater. Too early for, ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, we're going to see, let's see. Let's go with, I almost want to go medium because there's some blemishes I didn't get out. But this foam pad just sticks right on there. Get it on there, you know, as even as you can. I know you couldn't see that, but I didn't want to get this pad all dirty. This is what they call a dual action polisher as well. Like it moves all funny-ish. So I'm going to show you how you apply. Now, I have already polished this, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of cutter on it. Let's see. Let's go with a real light one. We're going to go with this feller, I think. You know what? Scrap it. We're going to go for this guy because there are some sanding imperfections that I had down there in the bottom. Now, sometimes you shake these things up. I don't know if it actually says to or not, but it felt good to do it. And then you just, little dab will do you. And remember, the more stuff you put on there, the longer it's going to take you to get it out of there, off of the pad there. So let me address this right here on this door since I saw it first. At Wally World, dang it. All the places. It's such a classy place. I really just didn't want to do that. But anyway, Let me see what I can get on this door here. I'll show you what it looks like right before you rub that stuff off of there. And oh, excuse me. We'll see what we get, all right? Give me just a few minutes. All right, so now I'll show you the area I marked out. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I marked out this top part of the door from right here to right here at this door handle. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there is just a slight different, I didn't get the top of the door. I just got right here. And see how you don't see any waxy residue, what have you? So what you're going to want to do is take your rag then, and wipe her off of there. And I'm going to tell you, I love the way it looks. Now it's still going to take some more perfecting, and I'm going to have to hit. I'm going to have to hit it with that polish again. But the main goals I was wanting to achieve was I had sand marks right here by this door handle, and I honest to God thought I got them out of there. So a good word to the wise: one, don't get aggravated and throw your stickers on and just say frig it. That was a real dumb bonehead move I did. Two, you might want to cut and buff and polish before you put in your door handles, your door locks, and you know, all the things that makes the car the car. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Don't do any bonehead moves like I did, but I wish you guys could see how good that is. It looks a lot more gooder. So just in that little bit of time, and that probably took me 3 minutes. I had it set. Now I can see that I don't have all of that out. There's still some real minute scratches, which brings me to my next point. If you're let's just say you're close to an edge, because this one is not perfected either. And the reason why is I couldn't get the polisher that close. That's my fault. I did another big dummy move. Stay in about an inch away from any kind of edge like this whenever you're sanding, polishing, whatever. Okay, especially when you're sanding. I went right up to this. That was a rookie mistake. You shouldn't do that. I thought the polisher would hit it. Yep, nope, not so great. So it kind of is what it is. You learn from your mistakes, right? I'm definitely learning. I'm trying to pass it on to you guys that way so you guys can do better. But overall, I gotta say, man, pretty darn happy with the way this turned out. We're getting rid of our orange peel, which is great, because I think with the amount of pressure I was using, it actually may have caused more orange peel than normal. I'm getting ready to paint Mama's hood, so we're gonna jack the pressure way down to where close it's supposed to be, like 17 to 18 PSI. And we're gonna see. And now that's on a gravity feed, that's not on a suction type gun. So we're just gonna see if that's gooder or more gooder-ish. That stuff. And then we're gonna go from there. So, but you're going to absolutely want to get you a polisher, not a buffer. And you can get whatever kind of materials you want. Don't use wax though. You're going to be greatly upset whenever it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. It's not going to bring back your shine, I promise you. You're going to be pretty upset. So that being said, I got some work to do. We're going to finish up this side. And, you know, see what happens. I mean, it's going to get a lot better, so I'm not even worried. I'm actually very, very happy with the way it turned out. The body work on it is not horrible. There was like 2 door dings or something that I missed. Or was it a trunk ding? I think it was a door ding that somehow I missed. I have no idea how. Yeah, I do. I know exactly how I missed it, because I didn't use that spray like my buddy Delmer tells me to use. It's okay. it's a driver, and I'm happy with it, and it looks darn good, if I must say so myself. Pretty happy with it, and I got to tell you, switching this car over to a 5-speed was a tremendously great move. So Trans Am, Bandit, you're next. We're definitely switching it over to the 6-speed that I have sitting over there. So anyway, guys, just know Meguiar's pretty in love with. The 3M, it's probably for your more skilled body man. Definitely not this guy, because I mean, I did use it, but I felt personally like Meguiar's did a lot more gooder job. That's just me personally. You guys do what you do, and try them all. Just don't take my word for it, but take my word for it. You're gonna wanna stick to Meguiar's. I think it's a more friendly, I don't know what quite I'm doing yet, kind of stuff. FYI, I found out by mistake, this Ultra Fine also works on something else, along with that finishing polish. We shined up these taillights like brand new. I mean, they turned out like somebody just threw some clear on them. They turned out amazing. And I did not expect that. I accidentally hit one of them with the corner of the polisher, and I thought, you know what? I have another set of these. Let's just see if they polish up. They do. They polish up beautiful. In fact, I'm going to use this polisher on my Toyota Tundra for the headlights on it. It's the Ultra Fine one, and I think I used the polish actually on it. I'm almost 100% sure I used the polish on it. It is amazing. So, just saying, while you're polishing your ride, if you got some dull stuff going on there, hit it with that. You will not be upset with yourself. Anyway, guys, I hope this was informational. I definitely learned a heck of a lot on it. I'm going to say yay Meguiar's. 3M, you're probably more of a body shop. I know what I'm doing. Just say no to wax. Just say no to wax. You don't need wax yet. Not in this particular stage of the game. This is base coat, clear coat. I don't know if acrylic's different. I have no idea. But this is base coat, clear coat, and I can gladly tell you I am more than happy with it. We're probably actually going to finish this thing off tomorrow, because we got plans this evening, me and Mama. So pretty happy with it. It turned out really great. There are imperfections. I'm not a painter, not a body guy, but other than that, the only thing you have to impress is you. So if somebody says something real cocky like, hey man, you got a run in your door, and they go hop in a 94 Civic, consider your source. You know what I mean? Like, don't let it upset you. It's your car. They're probably hating because they don't have one at their house. If you got an old hoopty that you're building it. Just remember. So don't let anybody talk down your ride. Let them think whatever the heck they're going to think. I mean, my wife did not think that this car was going to turn out like this. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think it was going to turn out quite as good as it did. But I kept trying and trying, and as long as you're trying, you're going to succeed, I'm telling you. This world was made for winners. Remember that. Don't ever just give up and throw your hands up. That's the worst thing you can do, because then you're going to drive by and see your car pass you that somebody else fixed up. I've done it a lot of times. People say, man, I used to own that car. Did it look like that? No, I quit. You know what I mean? Don't quit. Because if any of them will make you quit, whew, this one right here with the amount of work that I got to do to her, you know, that one right there, that's going to push old dad to his threshold. I have a good feeling about that. But it doesn't matter, because it's what I want. It's what I've always wanted. And we're just going to do that. That being said, guys, polisher, Meguiar's, and difference between wax and polish. Just say no to the wax, okay? All this stuff was bought at the Harbinese Freight. Save yourself some money. You don't have to buy the expensive stuff. Now granted, I know that sounds a little expensive. I think it was 90 bucks or whatever, but you might be able to catch it on sale. I don't know. Maybe I caught it on sale for that. I don't remember. But either way, if you're going to do this stuff, you are going to have to buy the tools. You can possibly do it by hand. I don't know. It might take you a day or 12. So, you know. But whatever you do, do it well. Wish you guys all the luck. And it's getting a lot prettier here at Right Turn Garage. And I want to thank every single one of you for watching, subscribing, and telling your friends. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you here next time.